Good morning. Oh, I know I sound terrible. Good morning, everybody. So, oops. In my ancient Nana's shed. Believe me, this shed is ancient. So I wanted to check in with you guys, and because I'm reading a lot of comments, and I apologize for not getting back, but I'm reading a lot of comments asking me, oh, where are you going? Have you moved? Yes, I have. I'm in the process of moving from Elnor Gardens, because obviously I know a lot of people are not watching the live streams, because I've talked about this in length on my live streams, and obviously I know a lot of people are not tuning in to the live stream. So yes, I'm moving from Elnor, and I'm opening a storefront, my first physical storefront. And obviously I've been selling my products online for several years now, since 2014, and it's been kind of a big learning curve along the way, but now I'm upping it. I'm taking it to the next level. And so opening a physical storefront will enable me to kind of represent who I am and what I do and what I believe in, what I live for. This is my life's work. This is what gives me the most joy. Providing products that are not conventional. They're not conventional, they're not regular, they're not normal. They're normal to me, and they're normal to a lot of you guys, those of you in the esoteric realms, but they're not normal for a lot of people, especially in this part of the world. And I hope to change that. I hope to bring, I'm certainly bringing difference and diversity, but I hope to offer people another outlook on life, and a much more magical outlook on life, because life is magic. Life is alchemy. Life is made upon the choices that you make, consciously or subconsciously, every single day. Sorry, I should say consciously or unconsciously. Your life is built upon these minute or major choices that you make every single day. And a lot of people are so unknowing of this, and that you absolutely create your reality, and you absolutely are in charge of your destiny, and nothing is written in stone. You've often heard me talking about life being a blank canvas with pencil lines sketched on the canvas. So you come into this life with themes that you would like to explore and that you hope to achieve in this physical incarnation. But you can color your life any way you like. And you make prior agreements with people that come in and out of your life, either to experience something together or work out something together. And everything is chosen, and a lot of people have a hard time with that, and I get it, because there are a lot of shitty things that seem to happen on this planet, but they're not coming in like that. They have not been chosen unwillingly, and it's often the hardest lessons that garner the most learning and teaching. And that's a hard concept for people to wrap their heads around. And I get it. I understand. So, I hope to bring this, and it feels so good. And I was a lot of you know, regarding Elnor, to me this is a frequency. For those of you that don't know or haven't known that I've been moving, I've dug up everything. So on my palms, most of my roses, 98% of my roses, except for the front roses of my property in the front garden, have been dug up. Every single one of them. And I am tired because I have done, sorry, my hair is bothering me. I'll just tie it back. How's that? In my pajamas. I have dug them all up by hand myself. All the day palms. I am tired. My body is feeling it. And you could see how tired I was in the last video, because it's a lot of physical work for one person. And for those of you that have written me private emails from my website, or people that know me, forgive me for not getting back to you. I do have you on my mind, but the days are just blurred for me right now as I'm trying to organize, unpack, clean, get rid of things. And then obviously, you know, working on this shop at nighttime, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. Look at this. You know, if you read my book, Eyes of the Scarlet Rose, I talk about Massey having bags deeper than the Atlantic, or was it deeper than the Mariana Trench? Your girl has got deep bags. Oh, God. I'm tired, and my body really felt it last night. My back just really was very sore, very achy, and although I haven't been lifting big boxes for the last 2 days, I actually think the reason my back and my neck was so sore was because it was was exactly that. It was not used to lifting those heavy things, and now it's kind of the aftermath of dealing with all that physical strain. Yeah, but so today I'm doing a bit of a juice cleanse, smoothie, like all fruit. I'm doing some body toning. I call it body toning. Body toning to me is basically not eating cooked food, just easy, gentle body toning. Just eating, you know, smoothies, banana smoothies. I put a little bit of peanut butter and maybe some honey, sometimes not. Just gentle, soft, easy, raw food. And there's so many oranges, my gosh. My grandmother has an orange tree. My parents have huge mandarin, lemons, and grapefruits and oranges. So I've got plenty to tone with. So, you know, but I'm still working. I'm still going to this shop every night, and working. It's a mess right now. I'm painting every night. I'm painting the walls and the ceilings, and then I've got to sand the floorboards. I don't really know what I'm doing, but as I've done so many times before, it's very intuitive, and I've got the psychic impression of how I want my shop to look, because it is going to be the ultimate representation of me. And of course that's going to be very eccentric for this area, but I love the diversity. I love the diversification that can bring, and stepping out beyond the norm and beyond the conventionality. I don't even know if that's a word, but stepping out and being a bit different. Obviously it's completely normal to me, but perhaps with somebody else's perspective, they would view it as very different. Obviously it is for many people. So, you know, with this shop, I am bringing in the big, you know, the big guns. I have established a partnership with one of my all-time favorite perfume companies in the Gulf, in the Middle East, and I have shipped in a huge amount of perfume oil, because a lot of you know that I've had my own oils for sale, but they're incredibly expensive because they're made on a small basis, and for me to cover my costs when I was doing it myself, it's absurd. It's absurd doing things on a small scale. The costs involved. It's the same with the eyeliner. And I hope to bring that eyeliner back in, because I have lost count at how many people have asked me to where is this eyeliner? When are you bringing it back? And I really hope to bring it back and do it properly. I want the nice jars. I want it to be how it was when I first could afford to do it. But the overhead has always, has really chipped at me, and it's, it's always been a challenge to continually bring that, because of the overhead costs involved. It's very labor intensive, this eyeliner. So, I've got this perfume, and I've got a couple of samples here. And so I'm going to be selling about, holy shit, that is so good. And this is, so even though I have bought bulk perfume oil, it is perfume oil because that is amazing. Look at them all. I've got about 20 up here, samples that were sent to me. So in the back here I have the major ones. Can you see all those? Perfume oils. And then I have some samples that I hope to bring with the next order with this, company, and introduce more perfume oils in my shop. So, and the good thing about, that's not at my house. The good thing about these perfume oils is that they are so affordable. I want to, I don't know, like I've worked out the prices for each. They're going to be sold in 3 ml and 5 ml vials. So keeping it on the smaller aspect. Okay, like, so, some of these for a little 3 ml thing, like $9.95. Like, it's affordable. These go, like, this is the thing. I want my products to be affordable. I want people to experience I want people to experience the experience of the Middle East, and them beautiful perfumes, because I have said it time and time again, you will never get better perfumes or perfume oils than what you will that you get in the Gulf. So the best in the world are from the Gulf, and I learned that from living there. So I reached out to one of my favorite companies and said, listen, I'm a small-time business. I'm hoping to, offer some of these products into my store, and they were all for it. I am literally the first distributor of these oils in this country. So they had told me that, and I'm very proud and happy to be that. So we've established a good partnership now, and it's going to be oils, it's going to be bahor, it's going to be dahun, it's going to be chips, oud chips, and I'm hoping eventually aerosol perfume. See, this was the big headache. Initially, I wanted to order the aerosol perfumes, the spray perfumes, but it is an absolute nightmare to try and import aerosols into Australia. I hope eventually one day, when the business is established, I can bring in aerosols, but right now it's a nightmare. So oils, no problem. So there's going to be, how many have I got on here? Oh, look, there's going to be a few. I think there's going to be like 13 to 15 that are going to be available on my website and available at the store. So whatever I'm selling at my store, I'm going to be selling on my website. So that's another aspect of upgrading Eluan.com. So I've been busily doing that. So it's going to be the perfume oils, it's going to be the soaps, it's going to be all my programmed incense. So you've got a lot of cosmetic incense. I call it cosmetic incense, But then you're going to have the witchcraft incense, the stuff that I make, the stuff that is used for ritual use, spellcraft, witchcraft, everything in the occult world. So you're going to have the really beautiful cosmetic incense that's purely for smell, and then you're going to have my stuff, the magic stuff. I was almost going to say magic dust. The magic stuff, the magic dust. So I've got that. And then I've got something else that I've never sold before. I've made another partnership up in the mountains in China, and I have imported the most incredible loose leaf tea, herbal teas, flower teas, blooming teas, jasmine teas, oolongs, green teas, black teas. Oh my gosh. So I've got a lot of tea coming. The tea, it actually could be delivered today. I'm not too sure. Just try and fix that. Is that better? Could actually be delivered today. I've been waiting for weeks for this tea order, and so I'm going to be selling it in beautiful airtight glass canisters, and that's going to be, you know, a feature in my shop as well. And I'm going to be selling that online, and again, it's affordable. You know, I'm selling it in 10-gram batches, and you know, you can order as much as you want. In these foil bags, I've got a whole bunch of foil bags. I've got smaller bags, so little sample packs. And this is the thing, a lot of people are going to want to test, you know, in regards to the perfume, and buy the smaller samples. Same with the tea, they're going to buy smaller samples to see what they like first, and then, you know, eventually someone's going to find their signature taste or smell, and pretty much, you know, come back with a couple of specific blends that they like best. Gosh, yeah. So, and then all my natural hair care. You see, I've just fixed my hair. God, I had grey roots forever, it feels like. And it was just finding the time to do it, because dyeing my hair is always an ordeal. I used to love getting it done in Dubai, because I could sit back, let the girls do it. I had a hairdresser that I went to who understood my hair. Her name was Wadad from Tunis. Marhaba Wadad, if you're watching. She always took care of my hair. They understood. Well, they are the Arab world, and my hair is so long, and I've had some pretty bad experiences. It's looking pretty bad right now, but I've got amla in it. It smells beautiful. It's a little bit fluffy. I need to maybe put some heat on it, but I've had some pretty bad experiences with my hair in this country. Just totally, and I'm going to flat out say it, totally impatient hairdressers that just ripped through my hair. I was so pissed off with one of them. I just stopped her. She was hurting me so bad. I'm literally like this, and I just said, stop right now. Stop thrashing through my wet hair. Stop it. And I just looked at her and I said, you are hurting me. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, but you know, I've got an appointment coming in. And I said, well, you know what? I did call prior, and I said to you, I have, you know, over 40-inch hair, and, you know, to make a little bit more time. And she had all these excuses, and I just said, you know what? I've had enough. Just let me go. I'm going. I was pissed off. I was just like, I will never, ever go back to you again. So I literally left there with wet hair. I was pissed. Worst experience I've ever had. And back up in the desert, I did find one other woman who had hair as long as me. She was a hairdresser. She was like magic on my hair. She understood my hair better than anybody, like the girls in the Middle East. She was so careful and so gentle, and it was such a beautiful experience. And she was pricey, because I even brought my own product, obviously. But I was happy to pay. Didn't even question whatever she charged me, because she gave me the total experience. and I absolutely had no question about paying her the amount that that she charged for her services. So I had no problem with that. Whereas, I've had a couple of experiences where they have thrashed through my hair. So any of you girls with long hair, or guys, you'll understand where I'm coming from. How sensitive your scalp is when it gets to this length. You can't thrash through your hair. I use a very soft bristle brush. I can't use the hardcore brushes. I do use a comb, but my hair is it's very fluffy and very fine, or kind of medium fine, but there's a lot of it, and it snaps if it's being thrashed through, especially when it's wet. I can never brush my hair wet unless I've got some kind of oil treatment. So you'll know yourself how sensitive your hair is when your hair and scalp when you're brushing it and when it gets to this length. So I'm all about, my hair is low maintenance. I barely hair dry it or use a hot iron, but I'm going to start using some heat on my hair, because when I'm in my store, I want to wear my hair long. It's most relaxed when it's long, but it does get in my way, and I find I have to brush it a lot so it doesn't knot. But I know if I do a proper blow dry or use a flat iron, my hair never knots. So I want to wear it long, because why wouldn't I? I love my long hair, and it's a part of me, and at Elnor, it's always on my head. It's always on my head because I'm always working. So I feel like for the first time in years, I can really embrace having my long hair and appreciating my long hair and wearing it down. It feels good to wear it down. I know a lot of you with long hair, as soon as you put your hair down for the day, it's such a relief. It feels so good. So, so selling henna and indigo. And I've already I've got good suppliers overseas where I get my product, but I'll be able to offer it at better prices because I'll be buying more, a lot of it. So many people have asked me about that, and even local people, because I've got all my girlfriends onto it, the ones that have dark hair, the ones that don't want to be using chemicals. So I've got that. And then, I've got my rose cream, the night cream. I'll be doing some program spellcraft. So I'm going to be doing some little spell kits. I've got a huge bunch of smudges. So just stuff, a lot of really good, different stuff that you don't find in stores. Oh, how could I forget my candles? Oh my God. My candles are massive and they're gorgeous. Very different candles. The only problem with those is that for those of you that want them overseas, I'm sorry, honeys, you're going to have to pay the shipping because they're so heavy, and shipping is going to be like $80. I think around that mark. I'm not sure. I have called Australia Post, I've called DHL, I've called FedEx. None of them offer it cheaper. Australia Post is the cheapest, and I actually even wanted to open a business account with Australia Post, hoping I would get cheaper rates. Turns out it's not even cheaper. I thought it would be. They told me it would be. Unless I'm doing like sending out 100 orders a week, maybe I will. They can't offer me cheaper rates. So, I don't know what it is about the shipping in this country, but it's ridiculously expensive. So it's the candles, obviously it's a lot cheaper when you're in New Zealand or the Asian countries or, Australia. So you could easily get a 5 kilo candle for, I haven't looked at the rates, but I think it's like $19. So, If people really love it and they need it in their life, they'll pay. I mean, I know I have for things. So, it's just finding my feet organically with all of this, going along with it, and just feeling it out. And I know within my heart, within my being, that this is the absolute correct decision for me. I can't tell you the difference it feels being amongst people again. So I'm not sleeping out at Elnor now. I am going out cleaning, and I've still got all my big heavy furniture that's going into the shop. So until I finish the shop, I can't be moving the big stuff from Elnor. But everything else has gone out there. It's been such a massive effort. But like I said, Elnor, it's not a place, it's a frequency. It's come with me, and as much as I made the most of that place, it never felt completely at home to me. A lot of you know that. I never felt completely settled being there. So yeah, I never, I just wanted to change the ambience. I never felt completely settled at Elnor, and although I made the best of the situation, I really felt the disconnect. And there were some really beautiful times out there, some really challenging times out there. Now that I'm over the range, like the mountain range, I feel so much better with my choice. And even the first night of now staying at my ancient grandmother's house, because this is where I am for now until I sell my place and find something else, I can't tell you the difference in the the energetic feeling of I can't tell you how different that felt to being around noise. Not noise so much, but like just action, just hearing things, hearing people, because it was just nothing out at my place. And I was, it just never felt right. Some days it did, some days it didn't, but for the most part, I was never entirely settled at that location. So Elnor has come with me. We've pulled everything up, and now I'm looking for something over this side, and I feel so much better for it. And so, opening a shop, it was never, I never had this intention. It had never come to me. Spirit had never brought it. But what actually happened, and I know I've explained it in my live stream, was that I was feeling so good about the move and had total volition with the decision that I'd made to move from Elnor. And so I was just working on shifting stuff and organizing stuff. And one night I was lying in bed looking at the stars, and this thought, this psychic impression had come into me, and I had this vision of a storefront, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, where is this coming from? And then it just flooded me for hours and hours. I don't think I slept until, 3, 4 o'clock. It kept me awake, just vision after vision. And I was just zapped with this amazing energy. And I knew through the rippling of this vibration flowing through me that I have to do this. And it's been seamless since that, even though it's a lot of work. And I've been so busy with the shop renovations. It feels good. It feels good. It feels right. And I welcome the change. I welcome the different souls coming in. I welcome the opportunities of creative expression and growth. I'm so excited for that. And so, being someone that's forever followed that intuition, I know this is the right choice. I don't question it for a second. I live this way of life. This is my language. This intuitive, heart-feeling frame of mind is my language. And I know many of you feel the same way with your lives and what you do. So, here we are in ancient grandmother's garden, lot of you know, I've spent a lot of time in the stables out the back. Chickens are out the back right now. They are acclimatizing quickly. They love their new home. I explained all of this before we come in with them, and they love it. They love all the space they have. They may not have the sweeping green hills anymore, but believe me, they're not green for very long. And I can tell you this, I do not miss hearing the rats, the mice at my house, because they're there right now. To have a nice sleep where I'm not being woken up by scratching or things breaking is such a luxury. And then, you know, come summertime, no mosquitoes. Oh my gosh. You know, I was eaten alive out at Elnor. Ants, oh my gosh. You know, I won't miss any of that. So I feel the volition in my decision. I feel the, oh look, it feels so good. It feels so good. So I know this is a bit of a lengthy video, but you know, watch as you will and as you want. But this is just a little update, long update. And for those of you that are, you know, are not familiar with what's been unrolling, I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support and joining me on this journey. And, you know, feeling it with me, and, you know, living it through me. And you know, we're all inspired by each other. I'm inspired by so many people, so many of you guys. There's so many of you living your dreams and doing what it is that you need to do. This is so inspiring to me. With all the madness and insanity in the world, there are so many of you that can recognize it for what it is and choose not to accept it, and know that you are absolutely the alchemist in your own destiny. You write your own destiny. You know, you choose what you see, you choose what you listen to, you choose what you touch and who you interact with. A lot of you are just natural born alchemists, and you know how insane the world is and has been. I see it for what it is, and I know many, many of you do as well. So, you know, I love that you live fearlessly, you love without fear, you love with the freedom of being yourself, expressing yourself creatively. I love that you allow yourselves that full, total creative expression, and just love hard, love deep, and live hard and deep as well. May you always be blessed by the supreme truth and love of the cosmos. Know who you are. Know your place on this planet, your purpose. I love you guys.